It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Josh Jacobs. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the Raiders and the Ravens coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 carries, 55 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh eye.
There he goes, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. How did he stay on his feet? Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here in Vegas. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This is 2nd and 8. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation. Give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
On play action, now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the man he was looking for. But down. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Jackson options out left. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kolar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by Charlie Kolar's touchdown catch. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Delay of game, offset.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. (17-0) our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 46 yards. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense had nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now here come the Raiders.
Here we go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Here we go.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Garoppolo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 18-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
11.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers.
Down the left sideline. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown! Devontae Adams, 54 yards.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham. 2. Touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It gets it right back to Mayer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Ravens offense and OBJ out for another series. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there and a first down. So we have reached
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
On the return, Trey Tucker. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, 40 yards.
And the Ravens just continue to roll. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. It's caught here by Adams. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throw out left, caught by Mayer. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. Garoppolo now. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7. 21. 34-yard line. 2. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Right back to Dobbins on first. Shifts past him at the 45. And that's going to be another first down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson, option right. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson on the give to Dobbins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now it's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raiders heading out to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On first down, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Garoppolo. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll let this go for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Go ahead.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now Dobbins again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here comes third and about a foot. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. play action. Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That's interference. Defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Raiders are gonna have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is gonna get him as they stop him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this.